This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. Today's news is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Today is Thursday, February 9th. Well, National Park Service staff assisted hikers in two separate incidents on Sunday, February 5th. Park rangers carried a woman with a broken leg out of Mosaic Canyon and located a man who had separated from his group on Wild Rose Peak Trail. Mosaic Canyon is a popular family-friendly hike in a narrow canyon lined with polished marble walls. A woman from Illinois had in her 30s broke her tibia and ruptured her ACL while hiking. A woman companion stayed with her to support her. A bystander hiked out of the and called 911 to request assistance around 8 a.m. 9 National Park Service employees and 2 American Conservation Experience interns carried the injured hiker out using a wheeled chair. A park ambulance transported her to Stovepipe Wells helipad around 11:30 in the morning. A private helicopter ambulance flew her to a hospital in Lancaster, California. Fortunately, this response concluded before the next request for assistance came in. Around 4 p.m., the park received requests to locate a missing hiker along Wild Rose Peak Trail. A hiking club was near the 9,064-foot snow-covered summit when one man in a group decided to remain behind due to head and the group for that he would wait for the group, then descend to the trailhead together. However, the man from New Jersey got cold and decided to go down the trail to warm up. He lost the trail and descended into a drainage ditch, then went back uphill to the ridge before turning around and going back to the drainage. Wild Rose Peak Trail is about 8.4 miles round trip, but the hiker walked about 18 miles according to his fitness watch. The other hiking club members assumed that he had hiked out ahead of them. When they arrived at the trailhead and discovered that he was not there, they did a quick search. The group then drove to Stovepipe Wells Resort and reported the missing hiker. About at the same time, the park received a 911 call from the missing hiker himself. The man had no food, inadequate warm clothing, and did not feel well, and was over 60 years old. Temperatures in the area were forecasted to drop below freezing overnight. National Park Service notified California Highway Patrol and Naval Air Weapons Station China Lake of a potential request for a helicopter search, but the hiker was located before they were needed. 2 park rangers, a hasty response team, located the hiker by making loud sounds and guided him towards the road. Well, a Tonopah man is arrested for allegedly sending threatening messages.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to Humbug Flats in Tonopah for a report of a threat on February 4th of this year. Upon arrival, officers made contact with the reporting party, who stated that a person identified as Brian Pippin has been allegedly sending threatening messages to that person, who is a suspect in another case from earlier that day. Brian and the reporting party are currently involved in 2 ongoing cases. Pippin is accused of breaking into an apartment. The reporting party is accused of getting into a fight with Pippin's mother. According to the declaration of arrest, the reporting party showed the officers a Facebook message where Pippin threatened that her car would be damaged by Pippin wherever he saw it parked. Brian Pippin was located, arrested, and transported to the Tonopah Detention Center. He is facing charges of dissuading a person from testifying without physical force.
Well, the winner of the Battle of the Badges blood drive has been announced. J.D. Saragoza has that story.
Las Vegas Fire and Rescue and Clark County Fire Department overtook the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in the final hours to win the second annual American Red Cross of Southern Nevada Battle of the Badges Las Vegas blood drive yesterday, but the entire community was the actual winner with 167 units of blood collected at the blood drive. Metro Police and the fire departments competed to see who could recruit the most blood donors. Donors at the blood drive put a color-coded ticket in a box before donating. Red for firefighters, blue for police officers. In the end, the firefighters received 20 more votes than the police and took home the coveted Las Vegas Battle of the Badges trophy for the second year in a row. The Las Vegas Battle of the Badges blood drive came. The need for blood donations remained critical. Congratulations to our Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. And if you want more information on how to donate blood, go to redcross.org.
And a local woman is charged with shooting a person and unauthorized use of a credit card.
News 25 received documents that the Nye County District Attorney's Office Deputy District Attorney Calvin Massey filed a criminal complaint against Elizabeth Lindquist on October 24, 2022. In the complaint, Lindquist is facing charges with battery with use of a deadly weapon in an incident that took place on or about August 22, 2022. She allegedly discharged a bullet into the victim's shoulder using a Taurus 22 Magnum. The DA's office is also charging her with fraudulent use of a credit card in an incident that took place on or about September 3, 2022. She allegedly willfully and unlawfully used a credit card issued by someone else, and when the defendant Lindquist knew the victim did not have sufficient money or property with which to pay for the extension of credit by taking the victim's credit card and making a $503 withdrawal. Within the documents, Lindquist was required to go to the detention center for a book and release for the alleged charges.
When we return, we're going to tell you about a new park being built.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the fast-growing and underserved Silverado Ranch community in the southern Las Vegas Valley is finally getting a community center, the first to be built in nearly a decade. The groundbreaking ceremony will be kicking off construction of the two-story, 37,000 square foot Silverado Ranch Community Center on Monday, February 13th at 10 a.m.
Clark County to break ground on first new community center in nearly a decade in Silverado Ranch. The fast-growing and undeserved Silverado Ranch community in the southern Nevada Las Vegas Valley is finally getting a community center, the first to be built in nearly a decade. Clark County Commissioner Michael Knapp, who represents the area, will be joined by other dignitaries for a groundbreaking ceremony kicking off construction of the two-story, 37,000 square foot Silverado Ranch Community Center Monday, February 13 at 10 a.m. The facility is being built at the northeast corner of the Silverado Ranch Park, which is located at 9855 Gillespie Street. Until the new facility opens, area residents must travel about 10 miles to the northeast to visit the nearest Clark County Community Center, which is called Paradise. Expected to be completed in late 2024, the Silverado Ranch Community Center will feature a vast array of modern amenities, including an indoor walking track with 2 3-foot wide lanes, a state-of-the-art exercise and fitness room, dance and yoga amenities, a teaching kitchen, indoor gymnasium, multi-purpose classrooms, conference room space, an arts and crafts area, and a break room. Artist Tally Fisher will install within a 20-foot tall space at the mezzanine level an artwork she calls Desert Winds, consisting of abstracted and curled gusts suspending from the ceiling and weaving down the main corridor. The shapes will tend themselves to different interpretations, such as clouds or waves, giving each viewer the opportunity to create their own narrative, Fisher said. Copper, silver, and blue finishes mirror the color palette of the surrounding landscape as well as the finishes of the building. The community center was designed to be green, closely matching LEED Silver certified standards. It also meets Clark County's energy program requirements by reducing energy intensity, as measured in BTU per square foot, by 20%. This standard provides the minimum energy efficient requirements for energy efficient design. Design standards for building materials include healthy building materials, such as wood, plastics, paint, and other finishes that require up-to-date environmental product declaration, certification that wood products, plastic paneling, and accessories contain no chemical listed on the Living Building Institute Red List, certification that materials contain no formaldehyde, and that all adhesives and finishes have zero volatile organic compounds content. As a sustainability standard, lumber used for this project is required to be harvested from a Forest Stewardship Council certified well-managed forest. The last community center that the county built was Parkdale, which opened in March 2015. Clark County is a dynamic and innovative organization dedicated to providing top quality service with integrity, respect, and accountability. With jurisdiction over the world-famous Las Vegas Strip and covering an area the size of New Jersey, Clark is the nation's 11th largest county and provides extensive regional services to 2.3 million citizens and 45.6 million visitors each year. Included are the nation's 8th busiest airport, air quality compliance, social services, and the state's largest public hospital, University Medical Center. The county also provides municipal services that are traditionally provided by cities to 1 million residents in the unincorporated area. Those include fire protection, roads, and other public works, parks, and recreation, and planning and development.
Oh yeah, I think that's going to be super awesome. I feel like it kind of brings up the value of the place even more.
This is the first community center on the south side of town that's being built by Clark County. And so just having a gathering place where people could go play some basketball or do some art or whatever other activities they have planned, they're going to do that and they will be hungry and they have to go somewhere to eat. And so we hope that we're that choice for them once they're done over there.
Well, the Department of Employment, Training and Rehabilitation announces that with just over $1 billion in Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund, unemployment benefit payment reserves are continuing to build towards recommended levels. This is being accomplished without raising employers' tax rates, supported by overall low levels of claims being filed. Unemployment Insurance Trust Fund finances the cost of unemployment insurance programs and benefits. The money in the fund comes from UI contributions that employers pay every quarter. Dieter has sufficient funds to pay benefits at the current rate through November of 2025. Well, Josh Osborne of Great Computer Deals talks to us about an issue many of us face concerning our computers, and that is wireless connection problems at home.
Hey guys, Josh Osborne here with Brump's own Great Computer Deals. It's time for another quick tutorial. Today's topic, the most common issues we see at our computer repair center and how to avoid them, part 4. You think the biggest technology issue facing our customers this day and age would be their lack of computer knowledge. But that's actually not the case at all. You'd be surprised to find that over 50% of the problems that we help people solve are completely avoidable regardless of a customer's computer literacy. Today's topic and issue, wireless connection problems at home. Wireless internet is so hard to live without these days. Everything from banking, modern communication, even watching television requires it. This Wi-Fi convenience would be very tough to use if not for the help of a little friend we call the wireless router. Yet, so many people seem to have issues with theirs. From password problems to lack of range throughout their house, we've seen it all. And in most cases, these problems are completely avoidable and, more importantly, fixable. So, how do we avoid the issues? Well, for starters, when you first have your internet service installed, very important to be involved with the technician doing the work. Make sure that router that you're providing you is sufficient for your needs and, more importantly, your house size. Sometimes the model of router they rent to you is fairly low end and doesn't really offer really good coverage. It is your right to be able to purchase a better router on your own and have that same technician install it for you. This will also save you that monthly charge that they add to your bill for renting their cheaper router. Be sure to ask them to install the device in a central location of your home so that every single room gets a balanced signal for wireless internet access. The last important thing to know is your router's Wi-Fi name and password. These details will be very important to getting your various devices connected to the internet. Computers, smart TVs, tablets, wireless printers. Make sure to log those credentials in several locations and possibly even on a sticky note attached to the router itself. Still need help? Come on down to our store. We're located at 1190 East Highway 372, across the street from Pizza Hut and in the same plaza as Game Corner Arcade and Fun Center. Or just give us a call, 775-990-8888. 33. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 3. Anyway, that's it for today's lesson. I will catch you guys on the next one.
Thanks so much to Josh. Thanks for saving my life this week as well. When we return, your health report.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
And some exciting news in our Cleveland Clinic Health Report. A vaccine designed to prevent breast cancer is moving into the next phase of study. Cleveland Clinic researchers will soon begin enrolling for phase 1B.
We now have a good idea of the dose range that we need to study. Now we're expanding, meaning increasing accrual to some of these dose levels to get an idea of the shape of the immune response according to dose and time. So that's where we are with phase 1A, but we do have an idea of the doses that we should study, so we're opening it up to phase 1B.
Dr. Thomas Budd is leading the study. He says phase 1A is ongoing, but researchers now have enough data to open phase 1B. The main difference between the phases is participants. 1A is studying the vaccine in people who have had and been treated for triple-negative breast cancer, but are at risk for recurrence. 1B will be open to individuals who have never had breast cancer, but are at high risk due to genetics and are planning to have a preventive mastectomy. In this group, Dr. Budd says researchers will continue to evaluate safety, fine-tune dosage, monitor immune response through blood tests, and also look for side effects by studying post-mastectomy breast tissue. He says the research is coming along, but it'll be years before they know if the vaccine works.
The ultimate goal of this research trial is to develop a vaccine that could prevent breast cancer in people who are at risk. It's a lofty goal, but that would be what we would hope for. There are a lot of steps to go through before that. There are a lot of ways this may not work, but it's one of those journeys of 1,000 steps that has to start. So we're taking the first steps.
And researchers expect to have results from this early phase of research by the end of 2023.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, taking a look outside on our weather cam. And we're looking at the beautiful skies out there. We're going to find out what's in store for our weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app. Get the app. It's awesome. Fernley feeling frisky at 50, Fallon at 51. I love alliteration. Carson City hit 46, and that's all I got. They're the Cool Spot Award winners. Congratulations. Tonopah at 48 was rivaled only by Goldfield at 50. 61 out in Beatty. 63 in Amargosa. That makes you the Hot Spot Award winner. Congratulations. Las Vegas close behind at 59. And out in Death Valley, super extra mighty fine, like a frog hair split 6 ways. 76 degrees here in the Paradise of Pahrump. Let's take a look. 58 is our current temperature. 62 just a little bit earlier, not too bad. It was a nice day. Winds out of the south, 5 miles per hour. I saw people out getting sun by their pool. They weren't jumping in the pool yet, but they were getting some sun. The sun rose this morning at 6:37, set this evening at 5:19, about 2 minutes ago. You can go outside and look at it right now. It's going to be in the lingering phases for another half hour as we head down to our low tonight of 33 degrees. They call it civil twilight. Winds kind out of the east to 6 miles per hour. And as we head on into the week, that humidity looks like clouds tomorrow. Yeah, clouds coming in. Temperatures hanging in around 63, 64 degrees for the next 4 days with those clouds. But then, oh, Nelly, look at Tuesday. 51 and bottoming out at there, but a 24% chance of rain and 21 mile an hour winds. That's some big gusts, and they will continue until Wednesday. Looks like everything returns to calm and normal on Thursday. We'll start the weekend with sunshine and beautiful days. So things to look forward to, things to plan around. Back to the desk. Here's Unette and Deanna.
Thanks so much, John. Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. We'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.